constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tigers' offense will be first on the attack. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Auburn lines up quickly. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's
turning it on. Finding an escape route. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to go up top on first down. Heaves it deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Dropping back, it's done. Makes the grab. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And he was hit just as he released. It falls to the turf.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Scanning the field, it's done. Under fire. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got. Will trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot. Now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Curtis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. And even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, Ellis.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's done. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the... And picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide out trying to get it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. Sure, they can take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown. That's what they'll do on 4th. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw. It's done. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Making side adjustments here. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The official is offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. They stop him just a league or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brings into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. To the air, it's done. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to ball his way in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU! Looking for the tie with the extra point. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's played. And he runs into a wall. Maybe he got it back to the line of scrimmage. Auburn lines up quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Blade. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense, getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Got his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's done. He's going to fire deep. Makes a big play. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Wants to throw on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. This time on target. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's done. Quickly complete. Touchdown LSU! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Great job of execution of the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. They've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll run it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Unleashes it on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's done. Quick completion on the out. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Cowell. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line.
That's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. Lots of room to run. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And that one will give them the lead. On to attempt the try. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Blade. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Gives it to the back on the draw. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Pulls it in. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Takes a handoff. It's Pope. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The quick out. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a welcome sight. This offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. receiver comes in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. It's done. Takes his shot. Complete to the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Looking for space. It's full. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? He'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down will open up the final period. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking downfield on first down. He got it. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The 18 unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Alabama is currently ahead early in this one, but they haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 8 over Tennessee. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Tigers in the hurry up.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the...
Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Snap from the gun on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be... for a while.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes of the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the air, it's done. Zings it complete to the right. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun to give to the back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this 1st down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it. It's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points where they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Poe. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. LSU right back to the line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record. And 1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to throw again. Using the quick game. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Finds a man on the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Gets it out quickly.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
It's complete to the right. There he goes. He's right out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Looking for a man. It's done. Bringing the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you